Hey ACC, it's Angie, your children's minister with the Kids Zone lesson for May 10th. First, I want to wish all the ladies out there a very happy Mother's Day. I hope you all had a wonderful day. We are wrapping up Esther today, so let's get right to it. For our beginning activity, we're going to play a game called Raise the Scepter. In our story today, the king raises his scepter so Esther knows that she can approach him. In our game, choose one person to be the king or queen to start. Grab a scepter. It can be a broom, a stick from outside, a paper towel tube, whatever you have. I have a spoon. The king will stand at one end of the room, while everyone else stands at the other end. If the weather's nice, you might want to play this outside. When the king raises his scepter, everyone can walk toward him. When the king lowers his scepter, everyone has to stop. You can even move very slowly when the king raises his scepter halfway for extra fun. The first one to reach the king gets to be the king in the next round. Give everyone a chance to be king. Our Bible story comes from Esther Chapters 5 through 10. Queen Esther and the Jews prayed and asked God for help. On the third day, Esther went to see the king. Esther was afraid. No one was supposed to go to the king unless he asked for them. Esther came closer and the king held out his scepter. This meant that Esther was allowed to come to him. "What do you want, Queen Esther?" the king said. "I will give you anything up to half my kingdom." Esther said, "I have prepared a feast. Would you and Haman come eat with me today?" "Yes," said the king. So the king and his helper Haman went to Esther's feast. After they ate, the king said, "What do you want, Queen Esther? I will give you anything up to half my kingdom." Esther said, "Will you and Haman come to my feast tomorrow?" "Yes," said the king. The next day, the king and Haman went to Esther's feast. After they ate, the king said, "What do you want, Queen Esther? I will give you anything up to half my kingdom." Esther said, "I am a Jew, and there is a plan to kill me and my people." The king asked, "Who is planning to hurt you?" "This evil enemy Haman," Esther said. The king was angry. He ordered for Haman to be killed. Then he made a law to keep the Jewish people safe from their enemies. For our lesson activity, we're going to make a life events timeline for your family. God's people have a long history. We learn all about that history in the Old Testament of the Bible. And actually, we only have a few more stories in the Old Testament. Anyway, you're going to sit down as a family and create a timeline. You can go back as far as you want, but at least start with your parents. Write down all the important events in your family's lives, like birth dates, starting school, becoming a big brother or sister, joining a sports team, dance recitals, wedding dates, graduations, etc. Talk about what your timeline means and how it continues to grow. Story of the Week card. Our game is called King May I. It's just like Mother May I, but with a king instead. At dinner one night, talk about how God had a plan for Esther. He put her in the right place at the right time to save her people. What does God's plan for you look like? Then for the family activity, we're going to have a family feast, just like Esther did. It can be a breakfast feast, a lunch feast, a dinner feast, a bedtime feast. Ooh, that would be fun. Everyone gets to choose a dish to make and then eat up with your family. I definitely want to see your pictures, so post them in the comments below. Be sure to keep praying with your family every day this week. Parents, you can still join us at 9 p.m. every night on Facebook Live. And that's it for this week, guys. Next week, we will learn about Nehemiah's trip to Jerusalem. I also hope to see you guys at our first drive-in church service next Sunday, May 17th at 6 p.m. at the church. We're going to have music, prayer, communion, and lots of fun. Keep checking our Facebook page for more info. I can't wait. Bye for now.